happy, very, very windy Sunday. I'm channeling my rather distressed looking Patsy from Abfab look. I have just been out there and it is blowing a gale out there. My washing is on the rotary dryer, and if it doesn't finish up in next door's garden I will be amazed actually. I've got loads of pegs on it. But I thought I'd do the washing as there's no one in at the present minute, so I'm not likely to get disturbed by anybody sliding the doors out going, oh, sorry. Just me and the doggies, yeah. I only came on, well, I was going to show you I'm channeling my 60s look, definitely, you know, with the bouffant hairdo and whatever. I'll walk away from the camera and hope that you can see it. If you can see it, I'll just see what you can see. The jacket is the waistcoat, the vest or whatever you want to call it, is the original one that I made, and you can still get the pattern on Etsy. That's Rosie's tail, by the way, you can see. This was the original one I made back in the 60s, and it just shows that if you make things yourself, take care of them, they do last. So the only reason I not wear this a lot is it tends to have a bit of a bullseye on the bottom, if you can see it, yeah? Bit of a bullseye. I'm wearing my, you know, floral pants. You know, really channeling the 60s. Hello. And I've also got the beads on that are wooden. Really, you know, hippie 60s. I mean, so what, you know. I watch a lady on YouTube, I think she's called Alternative Aging. And she was wearing 50s style clothing because she'd been watching the latest film by Harry Styles that was set like in the 50s, 60s. So she was wearing all her things. So I thought, when I got up this morning, I thought, yes, it's definitely the pinks and the purples and a clash like mad, but I don't care. And the floral pants, you know. When my son comes back in, he'll probably say, what on earth are you wearing, mother? But hey ho. I'm boho. I wear what I feel like wearing. And it's a very, very windy Sunday, so I can't go anywhere. Well, I could, you know, but I'm such a wimp that I don't really feel like going out in the hooey. Anyway, what have I come on to show you? I've come on to show you that I've actually finished the waistcoat. Many, many adaptations have been done. It started off as Starlily Creations, which you can get the pattern if you're willing to pay about 10 quid, I think, on Ravelry or on Etsy. Oh, she says, trying to turn it round. It has not been blocked, so it is a little bit sort of what's it in the middle, yeah? It's got a big collar and it's quite big. The reason it's bigger or longer than her versions is I had to make the centre circle larger because I was using finer yarn, if you remember me saying so. She is a very, very loose crocheter, and she also uses 4 worsted weight, which we kind of don't have the equivalent of in the UK. And so I had to do a bit of manoeuvring, let's just say. I think I followed her pattern probably about as far as this pink. And then after that it was a wing and a prayer, yeah. But I have finished it. And I rather like the purple buttons that I put on it, yeah. It's my size, which probably means it's a bit larger than most people. I did change the pattern. I used a completely different pattern for this one, as you can tell. This one's got the theme that the dark green runs every alternate row, whereas this one, every row is different. It was murder to sew the ends in, believe me, trust me. Lots and lots of ends to sew in. This one wasn't as bad because the dark green went every other row. But I'm still not keen on the buttons. I took off the one, oh hello Rosie. I took off the one, now I've got Trixie. I took off the ones that I put on because I didn't like them. I ordered these, but they've turned out a little bit, well they are green, but they're more of a grey green. So again, you know, I'm not keen on the buttons. When or where I will wear these, I don't know. They will probably be shelved until the winter time, until I'm wearing, you know, a dress with the long sleeves, yeah. I think those buttons are a little bit far apart because they're gapping a little bit. But we can't be perfect, can we? Not when I'm wearing it anyway. Oh, Trixie has now settled herself on the poof, or the poufet, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I've done the back on the sweater I'm making. No pattern, it's just me. You know me. I think I said before, I went to a knit club at the library on the Monday, and when I got there, the pattern I'd chosen, I hadn't realised it was side to side. And I looked at it and I thought, no, even the sleeves were side to side. I don't know why I'd chosen that pattern. And of course I didn't have a pattern with me, and you know, on the phone, I could have tried to find something, you know, on the phone, but mostly YouTubes are nearly all by American ladies, which I'm not knocking, don't get me wrong, but they're all top down or knitted or really open work. And this is for winter, so I wanted a closed pattern. It's to go with, you know, the patchwork trousers I've got in purple, and I've got 2 wintry skirts as well, which I've just packed away at the moment, but they'll come out for the winter. Anyway, it's just a shell of 5 UK trebles, 5 US doubles, I think, with a single crochet in between. It alternates, yeah. The wool I showed you. Rosie! I do apologise. A sparrow has probably passed wind in 2 streets away. She gets very upset if anybody dares to pass by, you know. Rosie! Shut up! She's so obedient. She takes absolutely no notice of me whatsoever. Rosie! She's not doing it. Come here. Come here, sweetheart. Come here. There's nothing to worry about. There's nobody there. Good girl. Good girl. I would show you her, but I can't lift her up. What are you barking at? Oh, Rosie, stop it. You're ruining my video. Stop it. It's not your dad and your mum walking in on me. It's dogs barking. Do apologise. Rosie! Stop it. Be quiet. Hey! Be quiet. We are not expecting anybody at the door. We're not expecting anybody. So you do not need to tell me that somebody has walked past. Yeah, okay? That's fine. That's okay. She's really a lovely dog. She's just got a trigger bark, which is very annoying when I'm trying to make a video. Oh, well, the washing is going. Testing the pegs. Clothes pegs, testing the clothespins, clothes pegs, whatever you want to call them. I've got my eye, you know, I don't want my underwear into the ether, you know, because I do happen to need it, you know. So I thought I'd wash it because I usually tend to do my washing and things like that when people aren't in. It's not because I'm bothered about them, but it means that the rotary dryer is free, and it means that nobody is using the washing machine. You know, so I pick me chances, pick me days, yeah. I need to work out what I'm going to wear tomorrow to go and see my, well, second cousin, whatever, removed, whatever. Oh, now the washing is now wrapping itself around the rotary dryer, so it's not going to dry, is it, unless I go and rescue it and get the windswept look again. But hey ho, what do I care, as long as it dries eventually. And I'm actually a bit hungry because I haven't had any lunch as yet. I believe we're having a proper Sunday dinner, whichever that involves, when they come back. They've gone to deliver one of our old table, the old dining table that we had in here. It's gone to one of Ian's friends' mothers, yeah. So Ian's friend was here yesterday, which Rosie took great exception to, because no matter how many times she sees him, she doesn't get along with him for some reason or another. She calms down eventually, but she does not like him coming in the house. And there's nothing wrong with the guy. Nothing wrong with the guy. You know. Anyway, they've gone to take the table. And also our Ian took photographs of a friend's wedding. They went to a wedding a couple of weeks ago. If you were on me live, you right remember that I was looking after the dogs because they'd gone to a wedding. Anyway, he's done like an album and made an album, so he's taken that to the bride and groom. I mean, they're still the bride and groom, aren't they, about 3 weeks later? Yeah. Newlyweds, yeah. That's what you might call them. Newlyweds. Yeah. I actually found my old wedding album. I mean, I'm so old, my old wedding album was in black and white, you know. At least wedding albums now come in colour. My niece doesn't have a wedding album because she paid for one and paid for it, and then she never went to pick it up. And then when she eventually went to pick it up, the shop had gone. And nobody knew where he'd gone. So all she's got is the proofs, you know, that he gave her. So her actual, you know, wedding album that you can turn pages over, gone to the four winds. I suppose she could have tracked him down somehow, some way, you know, maybe he retired, I don't know. Nobody seemed to know what happened to him. He was just there 1 minute and then he wasn't. So she doesn't have a wedding album. I don't know why I keep mine, really. Except it's got photographs of relatives. It's not just bride and groom. It's got my mum, my dad, my aunties, my grandma and everybody in there. So I keep it because it's kind of memories, you know, that I mean, despite the fact I got divorced, despite the fact I should never have got married in the first place, it's still a day to remember, isn't it? For whatever reasons you remember things from. Anyway, I'm going to go and make myself some lunch now. I'm going to carry on. I need to take some photographs, actually. I took some photographs of the dresses that I am putting on eBay that were way too big for me now, that I am selling. But I think I mentioned before, I had a bad day when I was taking the photographs, and I really had a bad back. And I kept sitting down. The close-up photographs are okay, they're fine. But the actual full-length photographs of the dresses, for some reason, came out blurred. They didn't come out right. I think it was because I was sitting down and I was just doing snap, 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 because I kind of wasn't in the mood, you know, for doing anything. So I've looked at the photographs again, and the close-ups are all fine, so I can use those. I just need to take photographs of each one full length. But it's a pain because I have to stand up, I have to undress this dummy and dress her again. I can't take the photographs outside because all the dresses would be like blown sideways and probably the dummy would go with it, you know. So it will have to be a conservatory photographic session once again. So I'm hoping I'll get them done. But you know what my camera's like? Now I've done a video, I'll have to put it on charge. Otherwise it won't be taking a photograph of anything. And I need to go outside once again and rescue my washing because it has wrapped itself round. It won't dry if it's in a roll, will it wrap round the line? Some of it's okay, but some of it is wrapped round the line. Anyway, I shall leave you and hope you're having a lovely Sunday. I know it's getting near the 4th of July from the people who live in the, you know, the US. We kind of don't celebrate it over here, obviously. Why would we celebrate everybody leaving us and going to live in America? It's not kind of like a day for us, is it? You know? We have other days, yeah. We're actually having Tram Sunday on the 16th of this month. We're in July now. So hopefully I might remember to take my video. And I'm hoping to take my camera tomorrow and hopefully take some photographs in the Lake District, if there's anything nice to look at, because my son's one of those, if he's got a destination to go to, he like goes and we don't stop. And I'm not very good at taking camera shots out of the window, you know, as we're flying by something. I mean, if I do see a lay-by or something and it's near a lake, I will say, can you just pull up for a second while I just take a little video? But I'm meeting my, well, I call her my cousin. I'm meeting my cousin in a cafe and it's on the campsite where she's got the, you know, motorhome. So I don't think it'll be very picturesque there, unless you want to see pictures of everybody's motorhomes. So I'll see what happens tomorrow anyway. I've got to find something to wear that's not too boho-y controversial like I normally wear. I want to look a bit more normal, you know, than my usual self. So anyway, happy Sunday, and I'm going to go and rescue my washing, and I'm going to go and make myself a sandwich or something for my lunch, because I only had a slice of toast for breakfast, so my tummy is a little bit grumbly. So bye for now, and I will see you all soon. Maybe you might get something tomorrow. Fingers crossed. And please, 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 keep your fingers crossed for that parcel. That is somewhere in the US. At least we've tracked it. It's in the US. Please keep your fingers crossed that my lady gets her parcel, and I can, you know, do a yay video. She's got them. Because I've been so upset when I thought it was missing. So now you know why. Much as I would love to sell things in the US, I'm very, very reluctant, because things do go missing. And it's not just me, other people's parcels have gone missing. What is happening to our parcel service? It's all supposed to be automated, but apparently these robots must be on strike somewhere, you know, because they're not doing what they should. Anyway, for the third time, bye, happy Sunday.